Alright, so here we go. Another learning session for the arcades. This is 3D printing and pulling the components and bodies and grabbing the STLs for 3D printing. So here we are on the arcade, and you know that we have these inserts because we set a rule that all of our cuts are 90. So we're going to 3D print these inserts. They're going to be super cool. So you don't have access to this file, but what you do have access to is all of the drawings from each of these corners. So these inserts have the degrees on them, and you'll be able to create these using a revolve function. So let's look at the arcade. Here we go. We're going to pull one. Remember, we're grabbing it from this. Now, in order to get this piece, I'm going to show you something. So I have a file that I created, 3D prints, angle, gussets. I'm going to bring in a piece of 8020. Remember, it's 1010, 4-slot 8020. I'm going to bring this in, and then I'm going to take a profile off of it, so I don't care where it is right now in space, but I am going to create a sketch, and that sketch is going to be a projection off of the end of this 8020. So give it just a second. I think it's thinking. Create sketch. It's going to be on this face. I'm going to push P, okay, and then I'm going to grab this. Okay, what this is going to allow me to do is actually turn this off, leave that sketch on. So notice I just made that invisible. So I've got this sketch that's right here. Now, there it is right there. So I'm going to use this sketch right here to create a revolve. So it's going to be a solid revolve. Okay, profile. This is the profile I'm going to use. Axis is going to be over here. Okay, there's my profile. My axis of rotation doesn't matter. Remember, these are symmetrical everywhere. What each plane. So that drawing was 77 degree. Okay, boom, got it. So there's one of them. This particular body I'm going to turn into a component, and that component's going to be called degree insert. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to hide this one, bring back up my sketch, so I'm going to make another one. Okay, so let's just say we have another drawing and it's 66, right, instead of 76. So let me just access another one of the corner drawings just to see what we got. And please don't crash. Please don't crash. Yay. 13.62. Interesting. Okay. So I'm going to go back to these 3D prints. Remember that I have one created right here called the 77. Remember, that's my original 8020. So I'm going to create another revolve. It was 13.62, I believe. So I'm going to grab this profile right here. I'm going to grab that axis just for fun, that line right there, and this one's going to be 13.62. I'm going to, instead of going back and changing it, I'm going to go ahead and turn it into a new component from here. Okay, so that's one step. It's a little more simplistic. Insert. Whoa. Boom. Okay. So notice I'm just creating these, boom, one right after the other. If you turn it off or activate it, you know that you got the piece that you're looking at and it's activated. So if I wanted to grab the STL, save as STL, binary, high, woo, look at those triangles. So we could output it to Cura if we wanted to. I'm just going to hit OK, save my file somewhere in here. I guess put it in downloads for right now, and then you can upload it back to your Google Drive folder, but that's the STL. So the next step would be to take it to Cura. Okay, so Ultimaker 3.2.1. Remember, we don't want to update this, and we are going to Cura 3.2.1. Just know that you got to get Cura set up, and if it's failing on your computer every time, when I say fail, if it's choosing not to keep all the parameters that you set, just gonna have to suffer through it and enter it until we get it all figured out, because each computer is acting differently. So once this loads, then we'll be able to start placing our 3D printed parts. So again, here's that 13.62. If I activate that one, I can go ahead and grab it. Just know it's a bunch of assemblies, but all I have is that sketch down there, and I can pull off of those sketches like cray. Okay, so here is Cura, and I can open this file and grab one of the prints and place it and start rotating it. Make sure it's correct, make sure all the temperatures, everything is correct there. For the infill, I think we can keep it at whoa, y'all look at this. So there's the part. If I can't find the part, if I hit Control A, and the scale right now it's in millimeters, so 25, that's the conversion factor. Okay, it gets it by, so it's a 1 inch by 1 inch, so there it is. Then if you start rotating and looking at this thing, it may not be flush. One of the most simplistic ways to do it is to click on it, arrange all models, and then you start laying them, getting them ready. Okay, so there she is, there she be. So there's a lot of other prep in Cura. Just wanted to show you that. No, I don't want to save that. Cancel that. But you'll create one after the other until you have all of your angles. But that's a quick tutorial on how to use